Hi, wrestling fans, back again. Thanks for clicking the dreaded D-Rose report. Mick Foley has been advertised to officiate a match between Al Snow and Axel Rotten this Saturday at the National Guard Armory in Kokomo, Indiana. You can look up more details on the internet on it. A video has surfaced online of former WWE Tag Champions, the Headbangers, Mosh and Thrasher, calling out the current belt holders, Air Boom, Evan Bourne and Kofi Kingston. I don't know what brought on all that. Anyway, believe it or not, if you check around, there's a lot of pictures of Kane with hair on the internet lately. So while he's had time off, he didn't grow a beard, he grew his hair. It looks kind of funny, but you know, I can't help but think, but man, he reminds me of somebody, and I think the guy's name was Isaac Yankem. Odd, isn't it? Hey, the official website for Florida Championship Wrestling has removed developmental talent Rodney Thomas from their roster section. Would indicate that he's been released from the contract with the WWE. Duh. Thomas, previously known as Shotgun Brock Barker on the Canadian independent scene. He was a graduate of Lance Storm's Professional Wrestling Academy in Calgary, Alberta, and signed a developmental contract with WWE earlier this year following a tryout. Not sure what happened there. Meanwhile, Tough Enough winner Andy Levine has been added to the roster page under the name of Kevin Hackman. And photos of Levine holding the Tough Enough championship were enclosed, but no mention was made of the Florida native winning the reality television series, though. So don't want to brag on that, I guess. Levine has been training at the Tampa facility since June, and during which he reportedly suspended for a violation of the wellness policy. He's returned to action since then. And Rosita has changed her Twitter handle to Viva Rosita. I wish she would change my handle. In what could be a sign of feuds to come, here's the following matches being advertised for WWE SmackDown Live events in December 30th, a little ways off, in East Rutherford. So this may be a sign of things to come. It's going to be Big Show versus Mark Henry in a steel cage match. Hopefully that'll hold him. Wade Barrett versus Randy Orton in a street fight. Booker T taking on Cody Rhodes for the IC championship title. Yep, I said Booker T. I got a feeling still he's going to go off on somebody with them damn bags they keep giving him. Christian versus Sheamus. Sin Cara versus Sin Cara, which I guess is still going on, unless they rename one of them. I would think they would. Jinder Mahal taking on Ezekiel Jackson. Brodus Clay taking on Ted DiBiase. Tamina and Rosa Mendez taking on AJ Lee and Caitlyn, which I would like to see more of. Also being advertised is going to be Alicia Fox, Hornswoggle, and Justin Gabriel. As seen on Raw this week, Triple H name-dropped Sean Waltman and Michaels when he was talking about his friends in the business. It was noted by some backstage that Triple H did not mention Scott Hall or Ric Flair because of the situation going on. And regarding Waltman working with WWE again, most believe that he's going to be rehired in some sort of like an agent for maybe down in FCW once Triple H's developmental changes are figured out and began. Don't know where Triple H stands right now. Anyway, in a recent interview with Steve Gerwick, former WWE Crystal Marshall said that her release in 2007 was due to her boyfriend Bobby Lashley. She said a lot had to do with Bobby. Said they thought that he was unhappy with certain things I was being asked to do, and they thought I was going to create a problem with their top stars, and if they got rid of me, maybe he would find a different diva and there would be no more issues. I don't know whether that would be true or not. Anyway, she said she enjoyed the time in TNA because it was a great family experience and they got to bring their sons to the show, or a son. WWE Insider Twitter account noted that last night, and Zack Ryder tried to recover and help John Cena in the main event on Raw, but WWE trainers wouldn't clear him to compete. WWE has confirmed on their website that Mick Foley is going to be appearing at the November 14th 3-hour Raw show from Boston. Up until this week, I guess, only the Gardens in Boston, had announced Foley. He's going to be around for a little while, I guess. As seen last night, Monday night, WWE has decided on The Miz and R-Truth versus The Rock and John Cena for The Rock's return to the ring at Survivor Series pay-per-view. Sometime in the past few days, I guess the decision was made to do the tag team thing instead of the 5-on-5 match that was originally planned. Word is that WWE's keeps bringing back Jim Ross back each week after week to pop the ratings. Poor guy. Well, he's about the most out of shape guy in it. Well, okay. Maybe not the most. I had my physical done today. The doctor said I was all right, but I feel so violated. Anyway, especially when he put his hands on my shoulders. It's just not right. In an update from last night's show, CM Punk Alberto Del Rio WWE Tag Team match at Survivor Series is not official yet. Story is that John Laurinaitis will either make the match official or just scrap it before next week's Raw. See, there's a lot of times they tell us stuff and then never follow through with anything. One person wanted to know, what about the $250,000 fine that The Miz and Truth got? Did they ever pay it? Are they gonna pay it? We're supposed to forget about all that now. Kevin Nash wrote following on Twitter last night after all. He said, "In these hard times, man must do for his family, what needs to be done. Only the strong survive. I have worked hard in the past year, harder in the past year than any other part of my life." He says, "I feel better. I did feel as good as they did at 30. He says, "Haters hate, but my body is ready. My mind is right. Smells like dollars." WWE diva Rosa Mendez turned 32 years old today, while Perry Saturn turned 45. Chris Jericho wrote the following on Twitter after watching the Bret Hart Shawn Michaels DVD. He said, "Watch the Michaels and Bret Hart rivalry DVD." He said, "It was incredible. True emotion and feeling. Gave me closure as a fan. A must-see." I haven't seen it yet, so I'll let you know too. The name for WWE Network reality show with legends living in a house is going to be called WWE House of Fame. And that was one of the options, I guess, that they gave us last week, where you can vote on their website about what title you want to call it. WWE recently trademarked the name WWE WrestleMania Rewind and Double WrestleMania Recap show on for their network. And as noted before, the name of the Diva Road Trip show is going to be Divas Heels on Wheels. Dragon Gate USA has announced that their announcer Lenny Leonard has moved to Florida, down in Tampa, to work with WWE, and apparently he's going to be doing more than one job in FCW. Tuesday's SmackDown taping Toyota Center, Houston, Texas, has been touted as a super show, as superstars from both brands are slated to appear. The following matches being advertised for the event: Alberto taking on Cena for the championship, Mark Henry taking on Randy Orton for the heavyweight championship, and Raw versus SmackDown Battle Royal with 41 superstars. It's going to be kind of crowded. Rhino's being advertised for an autograph session December 3rd, LaSalle Knights of Columbus in LaSalle, Illinois. The term "We Hate Cena" trended Monday night on Twitter prior to Last Man Standing match at Vegas, Vengeance. Cena walked up to a fan at ringside wearing a Tina t-shirt. WWE's been teasing the follow-up to Mark Henry and Big Show collapsing in a ring at Vengeance for this week's WWE SmackDown. Said there's an entire Raw roster is booked. WWE's website noted that Henry and Show suffered muscle and ligament strain when the ring broke Sunday. WWE doctor quoted in the article saying they should be back soon. Alberto and versus Punk versus Cena in a cage match, plus Air Boom versus Miz and Truth being advertised for WWE show December 22nd, Madison Square Garden. Jim Ross wrote the following on his Twitter, responding to Cole's challenge for next week. He said, should I go to Atlanta next Monday night to accept Cole's challenge? What do I have to prove? He said, I smell a rat. Could be a barbecue sauce. The dark match before tonight's Raw Super Show in Austin, Texas saw Sin Cara defeat Michael McGillicuddy. I wonder which one it was. Sin Cara. WWE Tag Champion Kofi Kingston, Evan Bourne versus Primo Colon, and JTG plus the Bella Twins versus Eve Torres and Kelly was taped for Raw to air on Superstars on their website. CM Punk versus Alberto Del Rio is now official for November's Survivor Series. WWE's also filed a trademark of Broski. This would mean Zack Ryder leaves the company. He can't use it no more. So he has to stay forever. Friday's episode of WWE on Sci-Fi SmackDown did a 2.18. That's down from the previous week at 2.23. Most this week's Vengeance Go Home show averages around 3 million viewers or so. WWE's billing Cena and The Rock tag team at Survivor Series as the most charismatic tag team of all time. Ooh, just sends thrills somewhere. Jim Ross stated on Twitter he finalized the deal with WWE toy manufacturer and distributor Mattel for a project geared towards longtime fans. He said, I just finalized the deal with WWE and Mattel project for longtime fans. I just mentioned it, but that's what he said. And collectors are going to love. More details coming, so he won't tell us. Little tiny bottles of barbecue, maybe. Hey, The Undertaker and Michelle McCool, they were spotted yesterday afternoon by fans situated in the parking lot at the Frank Irwin Center, Austin, Texas, the site of Monday's Raw. And they entered the venue. The couple, by the way, married and do reside in Austin, Texas, and that's where they tied the knot at in June of 2010. Happy birthdays to former WCW, ECW Tag Champion, of course, Saturn, and Rosa Mendez, and one-time Mexican National Heavyweight Champion and Latin lover, 44 years old. Also, a little congratulatory heads up to the birthday boy, Perry Saturn, who recently made a successful return to the ring, defeating C.W. Anderson with all his recent problems, and it's good to see him back in gear again. All right, some title changes that went on in 1972. Jose Lothario defeated Stan Stasiak to win the Texas Heavyweight Championship. Kerry Von Erich in 81 and Terry Orndorff defeated Tim Brooks and Armand Assassin to win the WCCW American Tag Team Championship in 1999 on Nitro. Bret Hart defeated Goldberg to win the WCW US title. Also, Conan and Billy Kidman defeated Harlem Heat, Stevie Ray, and Booker to win the WCW World Tag Team Championship. 1999 on Raw, Ivory defeated the Fabulous Moolah to win the WWF Women's Tag Team title. 2005 on SmackDown, Joey Mercury, Johnny Nitro, M&M, remember them? Defeated Paul Burchill and William Regal. Legion of Doom, let me see, Legion of Doom was Road Warrior, Animal, and Heidenreich. I don't know whatever happened to him. And the Mexicools, Psychosis, and Super Crazy in a fatal four-way match to win the WWE tag titles. Jeff Jarrett in 2005 defeated Rhino to win the NWA World title. In 2008, the Blue Demon Jr. defeated Adam Pearce to become the first Mexican to hold the NWA World title. And on Raw, Heath Slater in 2010 and Justin Gabriel defeated David Otunga and John Cena. Both teams represented Nexus to win the WWE Tag Team titles. Otunga was forced to lay down for Slater and Gabriel by Nexus leader Wade Barrett. Remember that? Not that long ago. Thanks for clicking, you guys. I gotta go.